Saturday is soon coming up, and it's the matches that you love to be in if you win, but if you lose, it's a nightmare. It's of course the World Cup playoffs we are talking about, and we have now Saturday and Wednesday ahead of us, and we will have 6 spots directly delivered to 6 teams, 4 in Europe, and that's the big ones. And I have Richard Sheridan here from our bookie department. Richard, Ireland-France to begin with. A very interesting match there. France are favourite, but who knows? Ireland are strong at home.
Yeah, they are very strong. Ireland are unbeaten in the group stage. They almost beat Italy last month. Late goal from Italy. 2-2 draw there. France have only won 2 from their 5 qualifying games. They only beat the Faroe Islands 1-0. So on paper they got the stronger team, and he got Henry, Benzema, Evra, Ribéry's out with the injury, Vieira's been left out, and then the Irish team, you got Keane, Dunn and Shay Given. It's their last chance, so they're going to be really, really gunning for it, and you know, maybe the spirit's there with Ireland.
Who knows? Trapattoni is a clever coach as well, and France has a problem with their coach. They are not so happy, the players. They are not scoring, they are not playing as they want, so maybe this is a place for an upset. Who knows?
Exactly. I mean, Trapattoni is the wily old fox. You wouldn't like to play poker against him. He'll have all the angles covered. And Dominic, I mean, Dominic, he's a guy who picks his team on astrological alignments. Perez, a few years ago, he was dropped because he was a Scorpio. He doesn't like Leos in the defence because they're show-offs. I mean, it's madness. Yeah. It's madness. And you saw him in the tennis. They introduced all the players. Yeah. Quiet round of applause. Dominic came on the TV screens, boos. Yeah. And the French players were laughing at him as well. I mean, that is not the kind of dressing room I'd want to be in.
Yeah. No. Let's see, we might see some green and white in South Africa next summer. It will be very interesting to see. Portugal is another huge favourite against Bosnia. Also here we have an interesting setup with Portugal being without Ronaldo. So maybe here as well it will not be as easy as many predict for Portugal.
No. I mean, Ronaldo, obviously he's not playing, but he never scored in the qualifying. You know, he's obviously a big player, but and Portugal were very disappointing in qualifying. 0-0 at home to Albania. I mean, that obviously cost them in the end the automatic position. Bosnia scored 25 goals in their qualifying. A bit of a leaky defence. Portugal have got a stronger defence, you know, only 5 conceded. And Bosnia got the 2 Wolfsburg players. They've got Misipovic in midfield and Zeko. Zeko scored 14 goals in 21 internationals. Now that's some record.
He can score.
He could, you know, if he gets the chances, he can put Portugal in trouble.
Yeah, and scoring away. I mean, that's vital in these matches.
Yes, the managers know that now, and it's not a case of going to Portugal, sitting back and hoping for a 0-0. They'll be looking for a goal, and if they do get the goal, upsets.
Yeah. You can see maybe the same setup, talking about the away goals, Greece, Ukraine, very tight. But I feel that if Ukraine would score here, they would have a great chance to go through.
Yeah, because if they get a good result in Greece, they go to Donetsk and it'll be freezing conditions. I think snow's forecast for that midweek game. So Greece will be desperate for a result to take over there. They got Gekas, the Leverkusen striker. He's a top scorer in the qualifying. He scored 10 goals. So they'll be hoping for a couple from him. And if not, it could be Ukraine. But it's a very, very tight one to call that.
Russia, Slovenia, cold there as well probably in that match. But Russia is favourite there, and they seem to be very strong.
Yeah, Gus Hiddink. Again, we go back to the managers and their experience. I mean, he's done everything with South Korea and Australia and so forth. He should bring the best out of them. Slovenia were a bit unlucky in qualifying. They beat the winners Slovakia. They beat him home and away,
and still
finished second. You know, so obviously they rise to the occasion against good teams and then fail against poor ones. But I think Russia should do that.
Yeah. Interesting. Also, if we look wider, Costa Rica, Uruguay, that's also an interesting.
Yeah. Fight. I like Costa Rica here. They beat the USA 3-1 at home. They drew them 2-2 away. And USA have got a 14 points higher ranking in the FIFA rankings than Uruguay. So that isn't bad form, and I think Costa Rica could do it. Uruguay froze against Argentina in that big occasion. I mean, it's nice to see Argentina in the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup without Argentina, I mean, it's like ABBA without Benny, isn't it? It would be such a disappointment. So it's good to see him there. Again, a tight one. Maybe Costa Rica could upset them.
Yeah,
I think.
So who knows, maybe Costa Rica and Ireland could be the bets of the week, and we'll see. It will be very interesting. First match is on Saturday, you should go and bet at expekt, and then the return matches is on Wednesday, and then we know which teams who will go to South Africa. Richard, pleasure talking to you again.
Cheers, Dan.
And we will be back. Good luck with your bets.